All right, what a beautiful day, man. I'm really happy to be here. Who here believes that everybody should have access to cannabis? No matter your political affiliation, no matter your race, no matter your ethnicity, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, right? Everybody should have access to cannabis. Now, who thinks everyone should have access to the best cannabis in the world, like here in Portland? This is without a doubt the best cannabis. I've traveled all around the world, and Portland has the best cannabis in the world. But when I was in the South, when I was in the Southern USA, we don't have laws that are quite as liberal as they are here in Portland. My father spent 7 years in prison for an ounce of cannabis before he was going to get into the top college in North Carolina, and ended up having to come out and become a janitor. And every year he worked up with our family, and we moved to another city. And when I finally got a chance to have cannabis, when I finally got a chance to experience it, I ended up getting arrested too. I was arrested a total of 4 times for cannabis possession. One time even for a seed. I was arrested and spent 2 nights in prison, 2 nights in jail. Luckily I never got a chance to go to prison. So when people in our community, in communities that have been highly impacted by cannabis prohibition, are very bitter, kind of look at the cannabis industry as something that is not for them, something that will not help them. And we all know that everyone having access to the best cannabis is something that will help them. So when I finally got a chance to move to Portland and finally got a chance to consume cannabis without getting arrested, I wanted to learn more about growing. I wanted to learn more about the industry. And it was the people of Portland that opened up their doors, opened up their grow rooms, opened up their grow shops, their knowledge to teach me how to grow the best cannabis in the world. And we started Loud Cannabis here in Portland, Oregon, contributing to the craft cannabis story here in Portland. But if you're in the cannabis industry, if you're benefiting from the cannabis industry, you cannot do it without understanding the history of the industry. You cannot do it without contributing to the people who have paid that sacrifice and have opened up for legalization to actually happen. We never thought legalization was a real thing in the South. We never thought it could happen, but it's here, and it's here because of all of those people. So each and every one of us, no matter whether you're going to a dispensary, no matter whether you're contributing and buying from your local grower, you have to find a way to help alleviate some of the issues that have been caused through cannabis prohibition. And one way to do that is to work with the New Leaf Project here in Portland, Oregon. Portland was the first city in the country. I want to say that one more time. Portland was the first city in the country to open up some of its cannabis tax to help people who have been targeted by cannabis prohibition. You got to think about how monumental that is for a city to open up and become the first. And it's happening all across the country because of what Portland has done. And as a result of that, organizations like the New Leaf Project that my wife Jeanette Ward is running and I'm helping with, and so many other Portland citizens are supporting, is opening up and helping with expungement opportunities. It's helping to give grants to Black-owned and minority-owned cannabis businesses. It's helping to contribute to that history and alleviate that history that has been caused. Now there is a long way to go, without a doubt. There is a lot that we have to do. But what I want everybody here to think about as I leave the stage here is, how am I going to contribute to helping these issues that have been caused by cannabis prohibition? Am I going to support the dispensary that is helping to make these movements like Green Hop? Am I going to help support the cannabis companies that are helping to contribute? Am I going to help by just helping the everyday Portland citizens out here on the street every day by giving them a joint, right? Whatever it may be, how can you help everybody here through the cannabis legalization movement? And I want to thank all the Portland citizens. I would not be in this cannabis industry without this amazing city and without the amazing fighters here in Oregon that helped to open up legalization. So thank you very much everyone here who's helped with that, and thank you everyone who will contribute to making a better cannabis legalization picture in the state of Oregon.